All right. So today, dun 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 dun. Okay. Boulder Dash. Oh, okay. Hey, Rizal, welcome in. Okay. Sorry about that. I was having a one-on-one with Whiskey. I lost track of time. My apologies. So I'm late. Wyana's right there in that room. She's also on the screen. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and take a look at how we're doing on revenue management. So this is old business that's been spoken about a few times already, so I'd like to go ahead and delete this. This is about group rates, so I think we all know how to put in group rates now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So that is good. And let's see, I still need to assign somebody my revenue management fee. I'm still doing most of it. Not sure if it's going to be risky. Risky!
I will join you.
All right. Okay, fantastic. Okay. Risky's mentioned that there needs to be Jing wants to hand over. Let me go over to Risky right now, actually. Risky, what is... Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, result. Okay. All right. How is your bandwidth right now? Would you be able to absorb, like, let's say, 2 more properties in squad 1? Or...
No.
Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you for reporting that. Okay, so I will temporarily continue the revenue management beat until we find a adequate successor to cover the beat. I might never find this person, but I'll keep on hoping that. Okay, let's take a look at models today. So we are, let's see, looking at we took a look at some different models from last time. So let's take a look at something new. Fuzzy goal programming model. Let's see what that looks like. Fuzzy goal programming model. So once again, let me just start with fuzzy goal programming. Okay, fuzzy goal programming. So let's see what this is about. Fuzzy goal programming. Oh wow, a lot of math. A lot of math. Okay, fuzzy goal programming model, fuzzy goal. Okay, well when the math is hard to read, let's just read the text because maybe that'll be a little bit easier to understand. So, fuzzy goal programming. What is fuzzy goal programming? Let's open a few of these so we can take a look and see what that means. Fuzzy goal. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? Okay, fuzzy goal programming. So, fuzzy goal programming is an additive model that uses arithmetic addition to aggregate the fuzzy goals to construct the relevant decision function. Cardinal and ordinal weights for non-equivalent fuzzy goals are also incorporated in the method. The solution procedure is illustrated with a numerical example. Okay, that's a little bit abstract. Okay, so let's take a look at the next abstract. Okay, multi-objective linear programming model. Okay. X is a set of big X is equal to a, numerator and denominator. Ooh, wow, a lot of math. This is Rizal's favorite subject, right? So here is a construction of a fuzzy multi-objective goal programming. I wish I could understand this better. I really wish I could. So maybe somebody on YouTube has explained it. Let's get YouTube, right? So when we don't understand something, let's not be entertained. Let's try to go to YouTube and have YouTube understand it for us. So we're going to take a look at here. Hey, Risky. Fuzzy goal pro. Oh, it's already here. So programming, fuzzy goal. What? Crapola. Fuzzy goal programming. Okay, fuzzy optimization, goal programming. Wow, a lot of math again. Fuzzy optimization. Maybe we can watch. Okay. Indian Institute of Science from Bangalore. Yes.
We covered, namely the chance constraint linear programming and the stochastic dynamic programming. The type of uncertainty that we obtain the steady state policy, which is given by L is equal to L star for in the next lecture. Now we need to understand a little bit about for example, you look at water quality. Let's say we are looking at water quality at a particular location. And we are looking at a stream and then saying that we are interested in water quality at this particular location. Now we may say the water quality is acceptable, or we may say water quality is low, or we may say it is satisfactory,
Yeah.
etc. So these are the linguistic statements of our preference to the water quality here. So a certain level of water quality may be low. This is satisfactory. And now, if we are having a crisp condition like this, that means the dissolved oxygen at this particular location. If so, any template to be is in the crisp cell solutions,
Okay.
etc.
All right. Basically, this is going to take a while to learn. All right. So we're going to skip this for now and look for another model that maybe is a little bit easier to digest. But all right, if you want to take a look at that, I'll give you extra credit. If you want to learn about, oh wait. I think I know what this means. Okay, but I have no way of explaining it. So let's go back to another model. All right, so we explored a fuzzy goal programming model, and I guess our knowledge is very fuzzy now too about it. So maybe we can try something else. Maybe we can try stochastic programming. Let's take a look at that. What is stochastic programming? Okay, let's go to stochastic programming. Okay, if you want to sound smart, you should use the word stochastic. Let's go to result. Stochastic. What does stochastic mean, result? Okay, no idea. Wayana, what does stochastic mean? Okay, you have to unmute your mic. Unmute the mic. Okay, Risky, what do you think stochastic means?
I'm not sure, sir.
Okay, stochastic is a very simple concept. It just means random. It means it's not planned, right? So if you have, let's say, here's a good example. So we have stochastic work at Bukit Vista, and we have programmatic work at Bukit Vista. So what is stochastic work? Responding to a guest inquiry, or no. Responding to a guest WhatsApp is stochastic. We don't know when it's going to happen. It can happen now, it can happen in 5 minutes, so it's completely random, right? But responding to a guest inquiry can be done more programmatically. So let's say, for example, we want to set availability. Okay, so if we say air support's availability, they kind of need to be available the whole time. They might not be busy the whole time, but if we want to say we have an SLA, a 5-minute response time on a WhatsApp, then air support has to be essentially they have to essentially be available every 5-minute interval. But let's say, for example, for inquiry response, we just have to answer within the hour. So that just means we can come once an hour to check the inbox and make sure it's okay. And that's it. So stochastic work is sometimes a little bit more difficult because it's more random. But okay, in this context, let's look at what stochastic programming is. So, all right. Stochastic programs are mathematical programs where some of the data incorporated in the objective or constraints is uncertain, random, right? Uncertainty is usually characterized by a probability distribution on the parameters. Great. Okay, so this is good, and this makes a lot of sense. So let's go and take a look at what stochastic programming looks like. All right. So we have a table. We have all these root nodes and random nodes, and we have okay. All right. Interesting. Hey, here's that guy again.
Yeah.
Hey, that guy's famous, yeah? The Indian guy from the Indian Science Institute. So he seems to know what he's talking about. Okay, so, I get it. I think I understand. Okay, all right. So, I think I get it. I think I can actually explain this in a little bit of a certainty to people. So, let's maybe use this, right? So, okay. I get it. I understand. This is amazing. Okay, so stochastic programming takes this into account. So let's say, for example, you're trying to figure out what the probability of something happening is. You're essentially trying to create order in non-order events. So let's say, for example, you have a first stage, right? You have a first stage, and there's a 60% probability it will be a certain number will be 500, and there's a 40% possibility that that number will be 700. Okay, so it's like saying, I don't know what it is. It could be like human resources, yeah, or market building, Let's say, for example, from the first stage, from contact to meeting, 60% of the probability is that the meeting will result in a next meeting, and 40% of the probability is that the meeting will result in no further meetings, right? So then we can use stochastic programming to understand how that distribution is, right? And then we can essentially figure out what all the different scenario are. Let's say, for example, on this graph, instead of saying first stage, second stage, third stage, let's say contact, meeting, and deal, okay? Contact, meeting, and deal. Okay, so let's say the first stage is we go out and we contact we go and find a lead. 60% of leads we can follow up with and we can give to, and then 40% say no. They're not interested in signing the MOU. So then we know that, let's go down the first branch. 60% say yes, and then 30% of that turns out to be a successful partnership. Or 70% of it turns out to a successful partnership. 30% of it turns into a ship partnership. So the scenario 1 is a ship partnership. Scenario 2 is a healthy partnership. Let's say they say no, right? They say no, and then let's say 80% at some point in 6 months say yes. So that is a no first, then becomes a yes. And then let's say 20% of that then becomes a no, and they stay no. Or more likely, actually be the other way around. But okay, let's just say that is. So stochastic programming allows you to determine each particular scenario through each phase. Now, where is this useful? So this is useful in predicting, let's say, market building efficiency. So if we go out and we approach 100 owners, currently we don't know, right? If we approach 100 owners, how many of those do say yes, they would be interested in meeting Bukit Vista and hearing a pitch? How many say no, right? And out of that, how many pitches resolve in actually a successful partnership? And how many do not result in successful partnerships? So stochastic programming is a way of determining what your flow is. So then we can say, based on our probability, 60% of people say yes to the pitch, and out of that, 70% say yes to Bukit Vista. So we have 42% success rate whenever we start out at the beginning. And we have an 18% failure rate to no on the pitch. Does this make sense? Kind of? No? Okay. A little bit weird. So what? Very new, yeah? Okay. The reason you would use a stochastic programming tree to understand things is to make a better decision. So if you see what the probability of each scenario is, then you can scale. If you know that, let's say, I spend $1,000 on market building. I spent $1,000 on 100 contacts of market building, right? And out of that $1,000, I get 60% that say yes to the meeting, 70% of those say yes to the subscription, and I make, $1. If I make $1 per successful deal, then I know 42% of my deals result in $42. But I know that the rest of the scenarios have lower probabilities, and I can then budget. I can budget essentially how much money am I spending on developing these contacts, and how many are probability-wise going to end up in a successful deal, how many are going to end up in a not successful deal, and so on and so forth. Does that make sense? Okay, let's just break it down like this, right? Let's break it down like into. Okay, let me sketch this. Let's go to Cynthia. Cynthia, on a scale of 1 to 5, how well do you understand what I've just said?
Sorry, sir. I just jumped in, so.
Okay, just join in. No worries. Okay, let's go then to the Risky. Risky, on a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you understand what I just said?
I'm sorry, sir. Your voice is breaking.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go ahead and do this here. Let me try to break this down for you guys so that we have a bit more knowledge here. Okay. Okay, capture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to share it over here. I'll share my screenshot over here. And I'm going to try to illustrate this in the more clear way. Yeah? Okay, can everyone see that? What's going on? Okay. Can everyone see this? Okay? All right. Fantastic. Let's say this. Let's say I have a game, right? And this game is essentially done like this way. There's a 60% chance that I'll win 500, and then there's a 40% chance that I'll win 700, right? So let's say the game is about flipping a coin or doing some random spin. So let's say Wyatt picks a number, and the number, that's not random enough, right? So let's say we spin a coin and we see that it lands on heads. If it lands on heads, I get paid 500. It lands on tails, I get paid 700. So this allows me to explore what my benefits are, right? So let me think of it. No, this isn't a good analogy. Oh, hi Kitty K. What's up? She's part of the discussion right now. Okay, let me zoom out. This might be a little bit too thick right now, so I'll zoom out into something a little bit more practical, as we all wanted to. Hey, I see Alvin's in. But the point of a stochastic programming model is really to understand objectively how much. It's to understand objectively what your probability of each case is and what the cost of each scenario is. If you are, let's say, going down a very long funnel, right, like market building or human resources, you know that essentially there's a first stage, and you know how many people get past the first stage, how many people get past the second stage. You know then there's a second stage, how many people get past the second stage, how many people do not get past the second stage, and so on and so forth. At each stage, there is a probability. Maybe let's say for human resources, 90% of people do not pass the screening phase, 10% of people pass. Great. What's the cost of that? What was the cost of, let's say, screening these 10 people? Okay, great. Then let's go to the first interview. Let's say 90% of people don't pass the first interview, 10% of people pass. So what's the weight and cost of that? What was the cost of the 10% getting them through? And what is the cost of the 90% that we reject? So if we know that at each stage, we can kind of estimate what each scenario is going to cost. What does it cost us to have more stages in this hiring pipeline? What's the other implications? Okay, sorry, I'm a little bit off tangent. Let me move back to a more relevant base field now. But I did want to explore around on the idea of some of these programming models to sort of stretch our mind a little bit, so that when we hear stochastic programming, we won't be entirely without recourse. All right, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go and take a look and ask everybody to tell me what they've been working on. So let's take a look at, let's see, what is something that, Rizal, what revenue management have you been doing?
The revenue manager for SWAT 4 at Kinton, Barber, and Polling.
Oh, wow, Kinton, Barber, and Polling, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Kinton,
For PRM.
okay, so for PRM, okay. What else should we open?
Bukit
PV stats, okay, all right. Okay, should we open bigger stats too as well?
All Vista.
I forgot. In the meantime, what I'd like to do is I'm going to go and erase. I'm going to close all these windows because these windows are sort of slowing us down, and we want to try to be as agile as possible and not be slowed down. Okay. All right. So I'm closing these windows over here and allowing us to focus on what we need to focus on, which is simply the okay. Okay. All right, great. So let's take a look at some of these properties. Let's take a look here first. Okay, let's go look at the calendar. And Kinton, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look. Kinton, let's see. Anybody have anything to say? Let's go to Cynthia. Cynthia, what do you see happening at Kinton? Is it doing good, bad, or what's the deal?
Well, on Kingdom there is a big trip from 9th of October to 21st of October, and I think that's a crisis time.
Oh, right. Okay, it's a crisis. Great. Why do you think it's a crisis, Cynthia?
Yeah. Since it's getting closer to the 9th of October, and we didn't get any booking in that date,
Okay.
so I think it will influence the revenue.
Okay, let's go to Dominic. Dominic, welcome in. We're talking about Kinton right now. So, what do you see here? What do you observe here about the calendar, Dominic?
There's a huge gap from 9 until 21st.
Okay, agrees with Cynthia. Okay. I see another thing that's a little bit unusual, and I might like to ask, why did Joshua Gonzalez book 4 times? Anybody know?
Sir, we can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. My question is this: why did this Mr. Gonzalez, Joshua Gonzalez, why did? No, again? Crap. The fuck? Why is it always in the afternoon? Maybe we need to reset the Wi-Fi password. Somebody is poaching us. Okay, all right, we're back. We're back with an attack. So my question is this: why is Joshua Gonzalez 4 times here? Ah, shit, again?
Yes, to go for the
Okay. If you booked the 4-bedroom, then why is it? That's funny. I can see that we must have an upload issue, right? Something uploading. Don't think so, right? Okay. So my question is this: basically, Joshua Gonzalez. Still blocked, yeah? Okay, so Cynthia can't see us. Dominic, can you... Oh, shit.
So basically, you put manually
Uh-huh.
4 times. You can choose So that one, they only put it one, but not the rest. But someone did this correctly.
Okay. So how is it possible that he was...
So 4-bedroom listing get booked,
Uh-huh.
but it not connect to Tokit. But we registered manually as
How's it
okay.
possible?
Click Tokit.
How's it possible to actually book with the Airbnb logo manually?
Yes, you can. So we can edit here.
Yeah, there's some... Oh, fuck. Oh, we can do it by main... Okay,
Yeah.
understood. Okay, all right. Let's do this now. So let's take a look at Kinton. How's the booking pace on Kinton? Okay, Cynthia. This is funny. We can have a text meeting. Okay, right. What should it be? A silent meeting. Okay, is it working now? Like, yeah? Is it still? No. It only breaks if we talk. Rizal, do you agree?
Are coming in.
Yeah, how many bookings are happening now?
Happening now. It's no.
How many, what's the booking pace?
What is that?
Okay, Rizal also says one. I think it's 4. Right? In a week, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? How many should it have? How many should it have in order to be healthy?
At least 10.
Okay. YS says 10. Does anybody else agree? Cynthia, what do you think?
Yeah, 10 because Kintan has 5 room.
Okay, yeah, 10, right? 10 means 2 per listing per week. Okay, all right, so yes, okay, great. Cynthia says 5. I believe it's 10. 10 is 5 times 2. Yeah? Okay, so we're at 4, and that's less than 50% of the target. Okay, all right, so let's go back and take a look. Oh God, what happened here? Oh no, some bad, evil stuff. Okay, so Quinton. Do we have group rates for Quinton?
Yes, already good.
All right. Okay. Oh, we're already at 200. That's not very. No, we're not at 2. Oh wait, this is not Quinton. This is something else. So we'll put for Quinton. Wow. Okay. What's the price for Quinton?
For today's 230.
It's 230.
Yeah.
Can we go any lower?
Can do 200 the lowest?
200 is the lowest, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. If 200 is the lowest, what should we go for?
Lower price
Yep. What should we set it at?
to 200.
200. Okay. Let's bring it down to 200 and try it out. So we're going to go ahead, copy that, save it, go over here to Quinton. Actually, we can do even better. We will filter Pink Beach. We'll filter by Rizal. Boom. Fast, yeah? And we can add that attachment. And we will put the new price of 200 on. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. And we should also put the calendar so that if Quinton ever asks, we can tell them, well, you were kind of really empty at the time. We'll wait for that to show up. Okay. Let's see. No. Where is my... Where did it go? Okay, here we go. There's the calendar shot that I want. And I also need to put the price. I realized I didn't put the price in. Here's the price. No, it's 200. Okay, over here. Okay, price goes in. And then I push that out. And it goes out into the real world, right? Okay. The rate mapping. And I push. But let's do one more thing. Let's check the listing, yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe the listing is suffering. So let's take a look at the listing real quick. Make sure that it's okay. Good value. Superhost. Okay, all right. Superhost doesn't mean it gets booked more often though now.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All right. So Cynthia, I'd like to test the hypothesis out. Actually, do we think does Superhost means we get more bookings?
That things actually that I have a question in my mind, like because since our account is count as new, and then yeah, I'm not sure why we could get super house super house per ticket, and then but hopefully yeah. Since I didn't see much of booking coming, and also yeah, that's why that makes me wonder how we.
I just read about Superhost this morning, and then they said it's materialistic appear a bit more compared to another host that is not a Superhost.
Okay. So yeah, essentially all I think you need to do is to get 10 bookings, all above 80%, and you're Superhost. So the easiest way to be Superhost is just to take 10 bookings, and that's it, and make sure that every guest is happy. That's the simplest way. Let's do this. I would actually like to take a look at Cynthia's profile, which is a Superhost profile. Yay, Superhost. Okay, so hey, look at that. That's cute. Look at these two dynamic ladies here. All right, so what we're going to take a look at is let's take a look at the performance and see if Superhost actually would be better. So we're going to take a look at, let's say, visibility, because essentially if it's Superhost, then we expect it to be far more visible than other listings. And what do you guys think? Is that great or not so great? Okay, the result.
Not so great.
Not so great. Dominic, what do you think about these statistics? Are these great or not so great? Dominic's like frozen.
Great.
Not so great? Okay, Cynthia, what do you think about these stats? Great or not so great?
I think that's good.
You think that's great? Okay, all right, let's go to Risky. What do you think about these stats? Are these great or not so great?
What is a daily first page impression?
Ah, thank you, sir. This is what daily first page impression does. So basically, what it means is how many people saw this on the first top 10 results on Airbnb. Okay? How many people that during the 90 days up to a given night, when they search for it, up to 90 days of a given night, I'm not sure which given night they mean, but it means how many times does it appear on the first page? Is the first daily first impression page impressions. So this means that essentially this listing showed up 49 times a day when people searched for things in Nusa Penida, okay? It appeared 49 times on the first page of search, which is worse than this, right? Essentially, this is better. This means that it showed up 69 times. An impression does not mean, what's the difference between an impression and a click? Let's go to Cynthia. Cynthia, what's the difference between an impression and a click?
Impression is just like can you show up, and then clicks, you try to click that link.
Yes, essentially impression means you just saw it. Doesn't mean you engaged with it. Doesn't mean you clicked it, liked it, or did anything with it. It means that you just saw it. So it's like a Twitter feed. It's like one of those things you scroll past on Instagram. You're like, oh, okay, I saw it, but I didn't engage with it. And then what you're comparing yourself with, Cynthia, is basically this. I would expect a Superhost account to be like this kind of behavior, right? So everyone else gets 4 impressions. You get 22 impressions. Everyone else gets 49 impressions. Everyone else gets 4 impressions. You get 49. Everyone else gets 4 impressions. You get 3. So this isn't so good, right? This means that on this particular thing, you're being seen less often than the market median. The market median is the middle number. If you take all the different properties and you take a look at what number of impressions that the one in the middle got, they only got 4. But I would say in general, for these 3 properties, for Charming Cabin, for Authentic Cabin, for Bungalow, these are doing pretty good. They're getting 5 times more visibility than what median properties are getting. Okay?
Mm.
These last 4 properties are not doing so good. They're essentially getting far less impressions than any of the other ones, right? So once again, this is kind of like what we're trying to understand what superhost means, right? So when did you get superhost, Cynthia?
Yesterday.
Ah, okay. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's record this today. And this is your impressions on October 9th, right? And let's remember to come back on next week and see if that gets better. Okay? Right? So we got Superhost. Superhost happened on October 8th, right? So the impressions on October 9th and that, and then we should look at the impressions on October, let's say, I don't know, October 16th, yeah? Okay?
Okay.
And let's have an expectation. We expect Superhost to be how much better than regular? How much more than the market mean should we get, or the market median should we get? Let's go to risky. Come up with a number. What do you expect Superhost to get? How much more attractive should Superhost listings be?
50% better than
50% better, right? Okay. Dominic, what would you guess it to be?
50% also, sir.
50%. Okay, all right. Cynthia, what do you think it is?
75%.
75%. Wyana, what do you think it is?
I
That has already been pushed. Oh! Okay. 5. Okay, great. All right, so the rates have all been pushed. They've already been updated. Let's go to the next one. So Kitten's done. What's the next one we should look after? Babe,
Yes.
mute. Please.
Yeah.
Mute, please. M.
I did, but it doesn't.
It has to be on the screen.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right, Babar Cottage. All right, let's see what you've done already, actually. So, let's see. On the 8th, Rizal added the booking pace, which shows pretty interesting booking pace. What do you think about this booking pace, sir?
It's too high.
It's too high.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And what about the weekly sales?
Weekly sales is too low than the first of September.
Okay, all right. So what should we do? No action.
Check the calendar.
All right, let's go ahead and check the calendar. So
Yeah.
we're going to go to Babar now. Oh my God. Look at that butt. Okay. Oh my God. All right, so let's take a look at that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, all right. Dominic, what do you see is the issue here? Dominic. Hi, Dominic. How you doing? Welcome in. Dominic, what do you think is the issue here?
Sorry, sir?
What's the issue here? So what do you see?
There's a gap. And then not
That's an understatement. All right, Cynthia, what do you see?
There's no booking for previous day before today, and then today, it's actually the last minute booking today
Okay.
for Thomas.
Okay, great. All right. What I see here is mostly gaps. Actually, in fact, I think it's like it's close to almost the whole thing is a gap. Okay, so we know that there's essentially a risk already on revenue, right? Because this whole entire board looks pretty empty. So What should we do, sir?
Lower the price.
Okay, let's take a look at lowering the price. Okay, and let's see if these are on group rates here. Group rates or no? Group rates, fantastic. All right, we're at 240 right now, sir. Oh, it's already at 200.
No, that's for me.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, that's Kinton. Sorry. Okay, so we're gonna zoom out. Bar. Okay, we're gonna look at bar, the double rooms.
Until for it's the standard room.
Okay. Any more? No, that's it.
Until 4.
Oh, until number 4. Okay, got it. Okay, until 4 rooms. All right, so we're at 240 right now. What should we do?
Lower the price.
Okay, Wayana, over to you. How much is the lowest we can do?
Mark, you unmuted.
Oh, you're muted. Babe, you're muted. Babe, you're still muted. Okay, now I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay, so basically for the rooms,
Mhm.
you can put like price, the cheapest is 215
Okay.
on Airbnb, and then for the bungalow, you can put it like 245.
Okay, great. Let me ask you this. Do you expect November to be higher than October or lower than October?
Lower.
Okay, so let's go ahead and just do this. Let's go ahead and extend this rate all the way to November. Oh, what? Oh, sorry. Okay, thank you. So the question was, do you expect November to be lower than October, and why I said November should be lower. So this is a good opportunity. If we expect November to be lower, then let's go ahead and discount November now, so that we have the maximum runway to sell the November dates, right? No, most likely, we basically have done the best that we can to sell November, because we know that it's going to be the lowest of the low season. So, okay, so we'll go ahead and implement this price, and we will copy this. We'll do one screenshot of the price over here, save it, and then we will do another screenshot of the calendar and save it too. And that way, if there's any discussion later on about the why did we lower the price, then we can clearly explain, well, these are the reasons, sir, that we have to lower the price. Okay, all right, fantastic. So those two pieces of information will upload onto the Trello card. And
Actually,
yes.
you need one more rate. That one is for the room. It says for another bungalow is different.
Oh, right. Okay, so please tell me what I should put down for the bungalow again.
For the room is 1 to 4,
Uh-huh.
and then for the bungalow is 4 to 8.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to 5 to 8, yeah? 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then we will put a new price. What's the new price for the bungalow?
245.
245. Okay, so we're going to once again take that same extension all the way into November, put it to 245, and we're going to screenshot that, save it, and push it out. Okay, cool, yeah? All right, good stuff. Let's see. Risky's gone now. Risky got tired of listening to this. Okay, do we have to push it for everything? We have to push it for everything, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, all right. That's a lot of pushing. Push, 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 push. Push, 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 push. Push, 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 push. Push, push again, push twice. Okay, all right. Push, 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 push. Oh, this is so fun, yeah? In the meantime, maybe Dominic can tell me a joke. Dominic, tell me a joke while I'm pushing rates. Dominic's like, what? What? What are you talking about, Jane? No sense.
Okay, what kind of joke?
Tell me something funny. I don't know. Tell me a. I'm just pushing rates right now. All right, let's talk about Dominic. Dominic, which properties are you working on currently in terms of revenue management?
Recently was Bejo Homestay in Gasingam, and then Utara Apartment.
Utara
Yeah,
Apartments. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how much flexibility do we have, Dominic, on Uttara Apartments?
The lowest price we can give to the owner is 400,000 for the low season,
Okay.
and the best.
Is that the sale price, or is that the price that we have to pay to the owner?
It's the public price.
Okay, great, great. So I think it's important that we all speak in one vocabulary. So whenever we talk about price, it's the published price, right? So that there's fewer ambiguity. Okay, let's take a quick look at Babar and see what the booking pace was like. And apparently it was really good for the first week of October. There was a lot of activity, but this second week of October past the 7th is really slow. So that doesn't look too great. The monthly revenue currently is at 753. There is no revenue yet for November. None. Zero. So this becomes a very easy case to tell the owner, hey, look, do you want zero revenue? If you want zero revenue, then you're going to have to pay for all the operation costs on November out of your own pocket. So lowering the price right now is actually a smart move for November, I think. It allows that revenue chance to build up. Okay, great. Looks like the weekly sales are dropping quite a lot. We went from $9.70 at the beginning of September all the way down to $19 now. $19. Okay, so this is not that great. Let's go and take a look at Nusa Penida and see how Nusa Penida is doing in general in terms of booking pace, right? So if we take a look at Nusa Penida, the strange thing is it's not really changing that much. It's a little bit lower in general. We're getting lean, so there's a shift on the high point and the low point, but not okay. All right, so I don't completely understand what's going on in Nusa Penida. It does look lower, but not terrible. Let's compare that to a different region. Let's compare that to, let's say, Bingen, yeah, as another spot. Wow, Bingen has suffered a lot. Now it's about half Bingen as before. So in Bingen, I would expect that we take much more drastic cuts in that. Well, let's say like Canggu. Canggu, what do we expect in Canggu? Canggu's strong. What the hell? Canggu is still getting bookings, right? So the lows back here were between 12 and 27. The lows now are between 8 and about 20. So still within the same flavor range of bookings in terms of booking pace. Let's look at another area that might be not so strong. Let's take a look at Uluwatu, right? Uluwatu, not too much changes too, right? So not like Bingen, totally going down. So we see every area has different desirability. That's why we're in a good business, right? When sometimes it's a little bit slow here, it gets picked up somewhere else too as well. All right, great. Let's go to Dominic next. Dominic, let's take a look at your stuff, right? Uttara, right? Let's see how Uttara. Uttara's not here. Double. Spelling mistake. Let's take a look at Uttara. Uttara, ooh, interesting. What? Huh? What? What's going on? Oh, I get it. All right, let's go to Shintia. Shintia, what is something interesting about Uttara that's very different from some of the other properties we looked at?
For the monthly revenue,
Mm-hmm.
the advanced booking
Yeah, what about advanced bookings?
higher than the last minute booking.
I don't know about that. Okay, all right, let's see. Let's see if we get an agreement about that. Dominic, would you agree with Shintia? Is the advanced bookings are more than the present bookings?
Not really, sir.
What do you notice about advanced bookings? Okay, let's go.
Advanced booking, sir.
Yeah. Rizal's shaking his head.
There's a lot of future booking on December.
No, guys, you guys are smoking crack. Look, there are no advanced bookings. Right? This is October. There's only bookings in October, and then there's no November, no December, no January, no anything. Like change it to something else, right? Let's change it to, oh, I don't know, Batujaran Hill, right? Batujaran Hill, you see there's October and there's November bookings, right? Because we're looking at the next 6 months. But if we go to Uttara, there are no advanced bookings. All right. There are no advanced bookings. And what else? What else, Dominic? What else is kind of scary?
The weekly sales.
Yes.
It's decreasing a lot.
Yeah, it's $54. That's terrible, man. I mean, this person won't be earning even a low-wage salary here very soon, right? From an apartment building if we don't bring up the weekly sales. So the weekly sales have fallen for almost $700 a month, or $700 a week, to only $50 a week. So okay, Dominic, this is a case of, I think, emergency, right? So in that term, let's take a Uttara. Oh, okay, interesting. What is all this ugliness? Who is Mukh? Who? Oh, these are the owner's bookings, right? Or the other agent bookings?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and take a look and see. Let's see, Dominic, what should we do at Uttara?
We'll be loading the price.
Okay. Are these all the same rooms? Apartment 10A, 10A5, and are these all the same or are they different, Dominic?
3 rooms is the same and 1 room is double.
I
But all
see.
the price is the same.
Okay. I am going to make a hypothesis, and let's see if anybody else agrees. Well, before I make my hypothesis, I'll keep it in my head, and let's see if anybody else has the same hypothesis, okay? So, let's go to Risky. Risky, what do you think is the problem here? Why is Uttara not getting any bookings?
Maybe because of low season and no long weekend there. So
Okay. So, okay, Risky thinks it's low season and no long weekends. Let's go over to Shinthia. Shinthia, why is Uttara not getting any bookings?
Because the competitor.
Okay, Shinthia thinks it's competitors. Okay, great. Dominic, why do you think Uttara is not getting any bookings?
The price is too high.
Okay, Rizal, which price is too high?
October to December.
Yes! The October to December price is 500 and the current price is 399, right? So essentially, what you're seeing is this. You see, this is the day everyone's buying at, and right after that, nobody buys.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So that 100,000 rupiah increase in price is like a wall. It's like a sense of nobody's buying after that price, and that price is discouraging sales. I mean, Yun Shu bought, but that was about it, right? So what do we need to do now? And we also know that we know that those dates here with the higher price, do you think these are lower season? Or which block of dates are more people traveling? September 26th to October 11th or October 12th to December 19th? Which block of dates are more desirable for travelers? Block A. The first one or the second one? First one, second one. First one, second one. Let's go to Shinthia. Which block of dates are more desirable for travelers? First block or second block?
Second one.
Second one. Shinthia thinks second one. Okay, Dominic, what do you think?
For the price probably on the first one, but for the dates on the second one.
Okay, on the second one. Okay, Rizal, what do you think?
And the first one.
First one too. Okay, all right. These are more desirable. And Risky, what do you think? First one. Okay, all right. You're right. So if the first one is more desirable, that means there's more demand for it. So why is the second block more expensive than the first block? Okay, all right. So that's probably why it's not working. So Dominic, how much play do we have here?
Sorry, sir?
What is the limit I can go on this one?
390.
Okay, 399. Can you talk to the management now and told them that we've made it 399? And if they don't want it, yeah, they can tell us right now, yeah? And tell them it's because their weekly sales is $54, and last 2 weeks ago it was $700, okay? And I think they'll say yes. I think if you tell them that weekly sales went from $700 to $54, they'll go, yeah, it's probably time to change the price. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and make that change, and Dominic will notify the management, and we'll push that out.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes.
us, like under October list,
Mhm.
and then you can click on this.
Okay, we're going to click on the October rates. Yes, sir.
Just you can click on the October rate.
Yep. Yes, sir.
And this is
Ooh, interesting. Oh, what is that? Ooh, interesting. I like that. Okay, all right. What is that? Tell me what that is, Rizal.
I think that's the specific date that it will be changed when the day applied.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be at $5.99.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. Let's see. Applies to which days? You're applying to Friday and Saturday. Okay. And for 3, additional guest fee per person per night. Okay, that's 0, right? Okay. All right. Great. Let's go to Dominic. Dominic, do you get more weekend travel? Do you get more travel on the weekends or on the weekdays in Jogja? Like is
Weekend.
Okay, great. So that's a great idea. So definitely set a weekend price. Now, okay, double check. Did we have that before for the other days in October 11th? Let's see. Okay. All right. So what should we do? Lower
the monthly price.
Yes. Okay. We should probably lower this to also $4.99 and $3.99. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and roll that out. Dominic, does that make sense?
Makes sense, sir, but I haven't reached the management yet.
Okay.
Let me talk to him later after we set the price.
Okay. I need you to do this. So if he says yes, great. If he says no, go back and change it back. Yeah. But
Yeah.
I think he'll be persuaded, saying, "Hey, look, $55 is not sustainable for your business a week. 700 is. 55 is not. So let's get it back up to 700 again." Okay. Great beans. Let's go to Cynthia. Cynthia, what are you working on?
Well, sir, to tell you frankly, I haven't made my projection. Actually, you signed me for Megaland and Bukit Sunrise, but I think I need a single private license for this, and I still don't get it much about how to set the price.
Okay, let's do this together. Let's trace this back. So we're gonna go look at Squad 4, Megaland, and what?
Bukit Sunrise.
Bukit Sunrise. Okay, let's remove the filter, and let's go to Cynthia. And Cynthia, I'm waiting for Albert. Albert's not getting me back your avatar yet. So once you have your avatar, you'll be avatar Cynthia instead of instead of SV. Okay, Bukit Sunrise. Let's take a look at Bukit Sunrise. So we take a look here. And let's see, Bukit Sunrise Guest House. Okay, let's also look on the calendar since we're here already. Bukit Sunrise. Okay, all these are Airbnb bookings, but not our Airbnb bookings, right? Oh, Bukit Vista Villas.
No, that's Bukit Vista Villas.
We have Bukit Vista Villas? That's so nice. I didn't know that.
I don't know.
Is somebody selling something that I have and I don't know about?
Which rental is it?
What? What is Bukit Vista Villas?
It's
I think the Bukit Vista Villas for the coffee tutorial is that not real. Yeah.
sure.
I'm not sure about that. I think somebody's selling my villa without notifying me.
You don't get commission from that.
I think somebody's selling. It's like an imposter. It's like a clone is out there. Okay, great. So we look at Bukit Sunrise, and Cynthia's not sure what to do. Let's go to Alvin. Alvin, what do you think? What do you see as potential revenue risk?
Potential revenue is basically part of it
Okay.
from 13 to 18 and also starting from 24 basically.
Okay, so 13 to 18 has a big block of dates over here that look pretty empty, so that I agree. And then from the 23rd to November 3rd looks pretty. Actually, all of November looks pretty empty, right?
Yep.
So you gotta. Now would be a good time to start thinking about what the right price for Bukit Sunrise would be. So let's go over here and take a look at Bukit Sunrise and see what we can see. It's a standard rate, and hopefully it's a group rate. Standard and superior room. So there's two types of rooms, and while we wait for the rate table to load, let's go look at. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's go over to Cynthia. What do you think about the booking pace here?
I think the booking price is pretty healthy. Thanks
Okay.
to what the booking FAQ.
Great. The booking pace looks healthy according to Cynthia. Let's go and try to understand the booking window too as well. Let's see, because if we make a change, then let's make sure it's because there's long booking windows, not short booking windows, right? So let's take a look at some of the bookings and see what they did. All right, blue bookings, do we need to look at or no? Do we need to look at blue bookings?
Red.
Just red. Just orange, you mean?
What? Sorry.
So do we need to look at the blue bookings to understand the booking window or no? No, because blue bookings have happened when?
In the future.
In the future, right. So let's just look at orange. Okay. This is September 28th, booking for 3rd. Okay, so that's about like a 5-day window. Okay, this is so annoying. I don't know why this is... I'm going to blame... Okay, this is September 29th, arriving October 2nd, so that's 3 days. This is 29th through the 29th, so that's... no, that's a month ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
October, sorry.
That's a month. That's October for September for October.
1 day.
This is 1 day away. This is 6 days away, and this is 10 days away. Okay, so relatively speaking, we can see that most of the recent bookings are in booking windows between about 5 and 10 days. Yeah. All right. So that means we should make a last-minute discount because we are well within the booking window now, and we can go over here. And the good news is that weekly sales is driving up, so that's positive. The amount of contribution from new sales is good. In-month sales is good. And let's go ahead and take a look and just determine what is a good price. So let's take a look at Bukit Sunrise. So Bukit Sunrise, we'll take a look at the rate table. And October, it's selling at $399. So let's go to Cynthia. What is the best price we can possibly give for Bukit Sunrise? 350. Okay, all right. Can I confirm that with Wayana? So 350 is the best price we can give? Mute, babe, mute.
I can't see which room is that.
It's a standard room.
Number 1?
Yes.
Oh. Well, actually, I changed the price today to 335 because
Nope.
the last minute.
Not true. It's still 350.
So basically, in this 1 week, I plan to.
Oh, here it is. I see it. Okay. Yeah, here it is. I saw it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, 335. Yeah. Okay, understood. I see your price. And I see that it's going to override the above dates. So what we'll do is we'll push it out. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Push. Yay! Nuts. Okay. What about the superior rates?
I already changed it as well.
But if you change it, why is it's 335? Okay. All right. Okay, let's take a look. And you've changed it, but you haven't pushed it. Not push, mistake. We need a new animal for this. Not pushing is a. What animal doesn't push?
Um,
Caterpillar. Count it.
It's not. It's pushed on my side.
No, it's not. And this is how we know. Last push on September 23rd. I
Which
got
room are
you.
you clicking on?
Oh,
The
from China.
superior.
She pushed it from China.
Number 3.
Oh yeah.
Usually, sometimes like that.
Okay.
Depends on how you actually set it.
Oh yeah.
Tricky.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Okay. But if it's pushed, it would show that the last sync was October 9th, right? Not September
But
23rd.
in my computer it said yes, but I'm not sure how the song is different in your
I'm going to
computer.
push it again. So now we'll say yes for both of us. Okay, October 9th, done. All right. So then, and then when we see the rates, it's 435. Is that the correct rate?
Yes.
Okay. I think you pushed it for the fourth room, and no, that's weird. Yeah, maybe you did. Maybe I should. Okay. All right. So all pushed. Good. Here's my question. Do you want to push it for all of November too? She looks confused. Babe, do you want to apply the rates for November as well?
Yes.
Okay. Then I think what you should do is you should push this all the way to November 30th. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Because you're not really going to expect that it's going to be any different, right? And okay, keep it here. December. Okay. All right. And if it goes too quickly, then we'll detect that, right?